so welcome back to a brand new video. Tonight we are looking at Palantir stock again. We looked at this quite a lot last week, and you know what? Some of my predictions did actually come through when I said that the stock price is probably going to do a little bit of a drop into the next week, simply due to the fact that the price may be too high. That has happened, so I am kind of here to reassess the situation, look at what you should potentially do in the market right now. So first things first, I would appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. I'm just going to show you this thing right on screen right now. If you look down here, you will see in just a moment what is about to happen, and I'm so proud to say we have done this. We are over 1,000 subscribers right now. So yeah, if you guys could tip us over 2,000 now, all the way up to 10,000, we are basically on the road to 10,000 now. So if you could help us get there, we would massively appreciate it. We want to grow this channel as fast as possible, so please help us on the journey. So yeah, also come and join us on our Discord. We've got like 100 members in there now. It's a very nice place to be. We talk about all kinds of stocks, and it's just a great place to connect with like-minded people. Link in the description. So then, let's have a quick look at the price record for the stock over the past period. So yeah, this is what we talked about in the last episode. We saw this, steady increase in price, and it did look kind of reasonable. This was from about the point of $11, roughly maybe even $10, all the way up to about, $18. We saw this slow yet steady increase in the share's price. Don't get me wrong, it did go by about 70%, in about maybe like a month or so, perhaps a little bit longer. Less than a month actually, sorry, but yeah, the growth, it was relatively small in comparison to what we saw next. We saw another big increase, taking us from about $18.15 all the way up to about $29. Looking at that, that is obviously over a over a $10 price increase in a very short period of time. When you think about this logically, even though it may be a great company for the long term, and I've told you my opinions, I'll tell you in just a moment my opinions again. But even if it's a great company for the long term, we need to look at the facts, okay? If you're buying into a company right now, let's just visualize it in a different way, okay? If it was, for example, I wanted to buy a new outfit, maybe a new coat or something, and I bought it today, and it cost, now I'm going to use the Palantir price example here. Let's say it costs £27 today, and then tomorrow it's going to cost, 25 or perhaps even lower. Does it make sense to buy it today when we could just wait a few days, get in at a cheaper price? I hope you did understand that metaphor and where I was coming from with that one. It's a case of, if you are investing in this one for either the short term or the long term, especially for the long term, why does it just not make sense to get the best value for money? So I'm going to be giving my opinions now on what I think we will see into the next week or so. Honestly, look into the next 2 days or so, obviously tomorrow being the Monday, I can definitely see a small dip continuing in the share's price. Now, I don't think this is because the company is bad. I think the company is quite decent for the long term, but I just think it's a case of, looking at the company, I think it's up like over 300% on the year, and when we're looking at numbers like that, there are companies which can sustain this if they have enough hype around them. Tesla would be a great example of a company that's done this. The stock price shot up maybe 300 to 800% in a year, and then it basically stayed there. Yes, it did take a small dip towards the end of the year, but the stock did actually do very well for the whole year. However, this is not, generally speaking, a sustainable model. When the company is doing fantastically, like 300-400%, unless there's a reason for that, a justifiable reason, it's probably an overpriced stock. Now, there are good reasons for this. It could be examples like, the company has secured a new contract in this situation, or, the company has basically increase their revenue figures to make them better than what they were in the last quarter. These kind of things can drive increases. But with this company, I mean, yes, we are seeing positive revenue, figures for the past quarter, I believe. But even with that, I just don't think it's enough to justify a 300-400% increase. I can definitely see the price dropping back a little bit, maybe not steep as we have seen so far, probably leveling out at some point midweek, hopefully. And if that is true, then that might be a good time to get in. Of course, do assess the situation before you do get in, because what I say in this video could be completely wrong. And of course, I am not a financial advisor on top of that. But, if you guys do keep an eye on it, it could potentially be at a much better price later on in the week, because in my opinion, looking at this at $27, it was overpriced. Looking at it back at like $30, $29.05, it was really overpriced then, and I think it is still a bit overpriced now. Great company for the long term, don't get me wrong, but for the short term, I definitely think it's not really worth that value. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please do smash the like button and also subscribe. Trying to get to 1,000. Sorry, we're trying to get to 2,000. I almost forgot that we're on 1,000. Yeah, we're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers now. So if you could just help us on our road to 10k, it would be massively appreciated. See you in the next one. Come and join us on Discord. See you there. Goodbye.